Hello, and welcome to CSM Today. I'm your host, Ben Harris, and tonight I will be joined by the cast of The Runner Stumbles, members of the women's volleyball team, and the Student Government Association election winners. Welcome back to CSM Today. I'm here with part of the cast from The Runner Stumbles. So, what was the latest play that you guys were a part of?
The Runner Stumbles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me more about it. What parts did you two play? Go with you first.
I played the part of the nun. My name was Sister Rita. I was the murder victim. So, yeah, I was dead. It was pretty cool.
Lovely.
You gave it away.
Everybody
Spoilers.
knows that I was dead.
I guess that's
Beginning. Oh my God.
Is it even running anymore? I don't.
No, it's
No, it's
over.
not.
Yeah, so spoilers. If you haven't seen it already, then you're a little late anyway. And what did you play?
I played the priest. I was Father Rivard in the play. So I was the suspect at one point. Yeah.
So you were actors in this play. Why did you decide to get into acting in the first place?
Do you want to answer first?
You have any particular inspiration, or was it just?
I've always wanted to do acting. In high school, I was always too scared to, and finally when I was a senior, I was like, okay, let's do it. And then I graduated, obviously, and didn't know where to go for performing and stuff. And I have a friend who's working as a stage manager for one of the shows, and she was like, just come audition. So I did.
All right, yeah. Do you have any origin stories to tell?
Well, I got into it because I never did any theater in high school. I just wasn't, and I don't know, I just wasn't really interested in it. But when I moved out to LA, I just sort of jumped in it just because I had to do something. I had to study something, and that was the only thing I thought that I could possibly do to make money at the time, which was a bad idea because it's acting, and you don't make a lot of money acting. But I just jumped in there, and I was such a different person. I didn't like talking to people. I thought I hated everybody. I was in a shell. And when I took acting class, it really just made me get out of my comfort zone, really made me just experience the kind of person I am. And that's why I really liked acting. Acting was because it helps you develop as a person, and you understand people better.
So you'd say that's probably your favorite part about it.
No, yeah, it definitely is, because otherwise I would just be stuck in my same habits, my same ideas, my same beliefs. I wouldn't be digesting new information, words that I would never say in a daily setting because I'm not that kind of a writer.
Yeah.
So usually the writers help you become smarter.
Yeah, just by reading more.
Yeah, you just start saying sentences you would never say. I wouldn't say some of the word pragmatic is never in my vocabulary, but in the play I had to say as it was a normal word.
Yeah.
Which was that was a hard part to do. So.
Well, what about you? What's your favorite aspect of being an actor? You started recently, so.
I love just being able to create a new character, to become somebody different. It's my safe place. It's where nobody is really judging me for my character. They're trying to learn about my character just like I am. And it's just nice to be somebody new.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So how do you feel about your roles in this particular play in The Runner Stumbles? I know one of your characters at least had a few questionable choices in the play.
Yeah, I mean, my guy was obviously a priest, and luckily I was raised Catholic, so I knew a lot of, I didn't have to do as much research as I would have if I wasn't Catholic. But yeah, it was just very hard to understand a priest, what a priest, because I couldn't, I don't believe in not having a significant other, and priests, they just accept that in their life. And that was one of the things in the play was a priest accepting a significant other in his life, and priests aren't supposed to do that, or else you're a Protestant, and he's Catholic, and that's against his faith. So it was just it was hard to just really understand the mindset of a priest, especially in 1910, because the play takes place in 1910, and that's a whole nother era, and all these things that it's research just researching wouldn't get you to understand. You have to be there in person, and that's one of the hard things to do.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
being an actor is probably one of the closest ways you're going to get there now. so,
Yeah.
so, what about your character? What was your favorite thing about them?
Sister Rita she's actually very much like myself.
Hmm.
I was not raised Catholic, unfortunately.
You're not a nun?
No, I'm not a nun.
Really?
I know, it's crazy, right? I don't wear a habit every day. I don't go to Mass every Sunday because I'm not Catholic. And so it was different because I had to learn how to be Catholic, but still be me, because so much about her was like who I am. She was very deep, and everything that she said mattered. She never said anything that was out of place. She always had something to say and something meaning behind what she said. And oftentimes Father Rivard would not listen to her, and that's where a lot of her problem came in, is she was falling in love with this man who was just writing her off like everyone else. And it was interesting because I've experienced that before, where it's just like everyone has just written me off like, oh, well, you're a woman, so you don't know this. And it's like, yeah, I do. So I was able to connect with her, and it was really cool.
Yeah, so it kind of seems like you two didn't have quite opposite experiences with your characters, but you felt really close to your character because of how they were written, and you felt like there were some parts that you couldn't quite grasp. Is that sort of difficulty in like empathy and getting into your character's shoes? Like, is that something that you enjoy doing? Like, you enjoy like the difficulty of getting into it, or is it something that it's a little bit rough? Like, how do you feel about it when your character is hard to understand?
You want to go first?
I don't care.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know if I enjoy the difficulty of it, but I do enjoy like just being in it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like it's hard to like I can't enjoy the difficulty of it. You know, that's not the fun part. The difficulty part is not the fun part. The fun part is when you get past all that, right, and you sort of start to explore. And such like we had a very small time frame to memorize the lines.
Yeah.
Like a very small time frame, because we had I think about 2 weeks to memorize a whole play. And that was the thing that was like the hardest part for me. I was like so nervous, and I was like, am I going to be able to do this play? Is this possible? Should I drop out? What's going on? Like, but once I got past that and I memorized it, I was finally able to like play and feel free. Because like normally you would have at least 3 months of like research, like time to just like settle in the play, like, you know, professionally.
Yeah.
Like in a professional theater.
Yeah, like a Broadway musical.
Right.
sort
You
of
would
deal.
have a lot of time would be rehearsal, 3 months, and we only spent like 2 weeks. So we pushed through it. I know you had some trouble too, and I had some trouble, and I was like doubting myself, but we got through it, and then we had a lot of fun. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you two so much for coming in today and talking about the play. It was wonderful having you both. And yeah, any closing remarks you'd like to make? Just when's the next play we can expect to see?
I know Benches is a play about some mothers and just their stories and their interactions, and it's called Benches because they all meet on a park bench every day, or I don't know if it's every day. I know that's going on now. After that, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, C.S. Lewis's book in play form, obviously, is October 6th and 7th, or 7th and 8th. One of those two sets of
Around
dates.
that area.
Yeah, and then Pinocchio, it's the world premiere of Pinocchio, and it's happening the second 2 weekends of November.
All right. So that was Benches, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Pinocchio. That's going to be playing soon this semester, and you can see it here at CSM La Plata campus. Actually, all campuses, right?
Just
Sometimes.
La Plata.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll be right back after this.